What is up, guys? Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to give you my ultimate dispositions guide for selling your wholesaling real estate deals to cash buyers. I'm going to share with you exactly in this video, step by step, the entire dispositions process, especially this year in 2023, and exactly everything you need to know about selling your deal and really updating everything so you know exactly the dispositions, cash buyers process, what questions to ask, how to find them, everything. I'm going to break it down all today. This is going to be a huge video where we're going to break down everything. So before I get into it, do me a favor, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you really like the videos that we're giving here on the channel. And always, like usual, comment below your questions, and I'm here to help. But really, the biggest question I get so many people is like, Zach, how do I find cash buyers? How do I sell my deal? And really in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to sell your deals in under 24 hours. Again, this little video, I could probably put it in a course, sell it for 2, 3, 4, 5 grand, and everyone would say, wow, that was worth the money. But hey, you know me, I give everything out absolutely for free because this is what you guys deserve and what you guys need. So let's cut the fluff. Let's get right into it. We got a lot of info to go over today, and I'm really excited for it. But before I get into it, you already know, let's get it going. Let's get you hyped up. It is wholesaling time, baby. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Snap! We're ready to go. Vernon says I'm ready for Zach to drop some bombs on these gurus. I'm going to drop some bombs today on these gurus and really show you what's up because these gurus have been sleeping. I'm catching them lacking today. They are absolutely lacking today. And I'm going to show exactly why they're lacking because they don't know how to pull cash buyers. They don't know how the whole process works and exactly how you can become as successful as possible in wholesaling real estate. So let's break this all down. Let's really share everything you need to know about selling your wholesaling deals, dispositions, and breaking it all down. Remember, guys, everything I do say is in freewholesaling.com. That is my free real estate wholesaling course, and you'll see that on the bottom right-hand corner for this. So just FYI, right here, freewholesaling.com. So again, I'm going to get in the nitty-gritties today. But again, there's even more onions to unveil about how to cold call cash buyers, things like that, which we're going to break down as much as we can today. But remember, again, everything on top of that is at freewholesaling.com. Contracts, dispositions, everything. So the one thing I want to do before I get into it is I'm going to talk about the assignment of contract when it comes to cash buyers and for dispositions. Just know if you want to download that contract, there's a link in the contracts module at freewholesaling.com, and that's actually how you get into it and actually go see it. So without further ado, let's break this all down. Let's really get into it and really share exactly how to sell your deal in under 24 hours. Look at that handsome fella. He's ready to show you how to wholesale real estate. So the first question you might be asking yourself is like, who's the Zach Ginn guy? Why is he qualified to ask me or tell me why I should start getting into wholesaling real estate? And the honest truth is, quick bio, I've done over 1,000 real estate wholesaling deals over the last 6 years. I'm 23 years old right now. Started at 17 years old, and really I've sold over 1,000 wholesaling deals, and I'm one of the top JV partners in the entire country for wholesaling real estate. And I make a lot of money, so I share exactly how to make a lot of money. And because I make a ton of money in wholesaling, I don't have to charge you for this information. I just want to help the community out because there's literally nobody besides Rick and me that give this type of information at this type of quality and quantity out for wholesaling. Nobody breaks down a whole dispositions guide for hours on how to do it for free. There's always an ulterior motive. No course, no mentorship, none of this stuff. I give it out absolutely for free. So let's break this all down. Let's get it going. So let's kind of talk about, before we get into dispositions, let's just do a quick overview really quick of the wholesaling process, right? So the wholesaling process, everybody knows, really, it's about marketing, locking up the deal, finding the buyer, walking it through, and closing day. So really, we're not talking about marketing or locking up the wholesaling deal today because that's really part of marketing and acquisitions. We're really focusing on the latter half here, the stuff in the gray, right? Finding the cash buyer, walking through the cash buyer, right? Making sure you do the walkthrough the right way, and then closing day. This is very important, guys, that we break down exactly those processes because I think so many wholesalers, they really get confused on it, and we're going to break it all down. So let's talk about first and foremost the cash buyer tiers list, right? So when we're talking about cash buyers, people that are buying or wholesaling real estate deals, right? There is a tier system to them. And I want everybody to understand this. So remember, guys, what is a cash buyer? A cash buyer is somebody that is willing to buy our real estate wholesaling deals and actually buying them are basically our contracts. So remember, we lock up the deal and then we sell that to an end buyer, that rich landlord house flipper, to buy our agreement, our contract, for a profit, guys. Okay. And so basically these cash buyers, people buying our contracts from us, right? Who are they, right? Really what I could tell you is most of them are on a tier list here, right? So a lot of them, the people that pay the least are usually who we call the slum lords. These are people that buy 50 plus houses a year. A lot of them like renting them out, Section 8. They want to buy them cheap. I'm telling you guys right now, in wholesaling real estate, there's a lot of these people out here that want the best deals. They want you to put on a contract for 50 cents on the dollar, and then want everything for the cheapest possible price. Now, this is not going to be every single type of cash buyer out there, but a lot of cash buyers are going to be like this. So just FYI. Now, we got the next part here, which is who we call the high-level flippers. And who are high-level flippers? High-level flippers are people that are doing over 20 flips a year. They're pretty good, right? One thing I can tell you straight up, though, with high-level flippers, quote unquote, is they want a little more than the slumlords, but they want good discounts. We got that next to the medium-level flipper, right? These are people buying 5 to 10 deals a year. They pay on average. And then the people that pay a little above average for our wholesaling deals, these are who we call the mom-and-pop flippers, just the regular Joe Schmoes. They're kind of doing it on themselves. They're trying to learn the business a little more. And then my favorite are who we call the fresh out of the seminar flippers. They pay the most for our deals. These are people that is first time, a little more difficult. It's more of an advanced thing, but they will pay close to retail for these. And we're going to share exactly how to find these type of flippers out here. And then on top of that, we have the landlord type wholesalers. So just so everybody knows, cash buyers either usually want to buy it to flip it or they want to buy it to rent it out. Same tier system with landlord buyers, right? There's going to be a lot less of them, but there's still a good amount. Slumlord landlords, the high-level landlords that buy 20 properties a year. If you buy 5 to 10 a year or 1 to 4, usually less of a cash buyer for rentals. And usually the way it goes is the less properties you buy per year, usually, the more you're willing to pay for it. And that's just how savvy and experienced you are. That's really how this works, right? Now, next here, we want to talk about how to find cash buyers, right? This is a pretty simple process. I think a lot of wholesalers really like confusing this and making it crazy, but really finding cash buyers, there's so many ways. I could tell you straight up, there's probably 12, 13, 14 ways to find cash buyers. There's 4 main ones that I want to break down, but the ones in the asterisk right here are free. And really, how do you find cash buyers? You can find them being landlording on Craigslist, putting the 4 rents. Facebook groups, guys, I absolutely love Facebook groups for actually finding these deals. A lot of wholesalers don't usually deal with Facebook groups like this, but I absolutely love Facebook groups. I'll show you exactly today actually how to do it. There's a couple of ways I'll actually show you how to do it, but trust me, guys, it's actually really, it's not as complicated as it seems. Number 3 here is going to be Facebook Marketplace, people that are putting their properties for rent. Find a lot of cash buyers for that. Cold calling the cash sales is an amazing one. I think a lot of wholesalers out here, they get really confused on exactly what cash sales are. Really, cash sales is basically when you are finding people that are actually putting properties under contract and buying them for cash, right? And so they can either go with a realtor and they could actually live in the house. They can flip it and do it basically as a landlord, right? But really, it's a list you can get on like listrai.com of people that are just buying properties for cash and just doing that. Like, we don't know what they're doing with it, but they're just buying it for cash, no loans on it. Now, I would say about 50% of those people are going to be who we'd call even close to a quote unquote cash buyer. But really, you got to go through that entire list. Basically, every cash buyer is on the cash sale list because if you bought a property for cash, you're going to be on that list. It's a tried and true way to find them. And you can have VAs do it, right? Next year is your local real estate investing associations. That's a great way to find cash buyers. But that is your local RIA. And those are basically a group of real estate investors. There's cash buyers there, a lot of networking to do. A lot of them try to sell you on these crazy expensive courses. I would not probably do it, but hey, to each their own. Last here, we got the realtors. Realtors are actually good cash buyers. I actually did a live the other day on cold calling people that are representing cash buyers. So there's a lot of realtors that represent cash buyers. It's a little more difficult, to break down. But what I can tell you is when it comes to realtors, most of them don't want to deal with wholesalers, and they're not good wholesaling real estate people to be dealing with. But for you to understand that if you can cold call the cash sales and see who the realtor is representing it, you go to realtor.com or Zillow to see who's the representative of it. That's a great way to find cash buyers. Next here are cash sales you can actually get from your local government. So you can actually go on public records and find properties that sold without any mortgages. It's a little more difficult to do, but you can do that. ListRA.com has something that we call the flippers tab, where it finds people that bought properties for cash and then threw it on the market or sold it for at least, I think, 25 or 30% more than what they bought it for within a 6-month period, which usually means 9 times out of 10, they flip the property. It's a really good list to be doing. ZachData.com has that too. And then hedge fund buyers are good too. There's some good hedge funds like SFR3, where you're seeing them on the cash sales. It's like they own thousands of properties. It's a big hedge fund. If you go to like PropStream, you can actually go on there or ZachData.com and see how many properties somebody owns and go by like over, I think, 500. You'll probably find hedge funds pretty easy there. Again, for Wholesaling.com, we break that down. And then other wholesalers can actually JV with people. So if I can't find a deal, I can actually go to another wholesaler and ask them, hey, do you have a cash buyer? We can JV, split it 50-50. It works really well. You could do Facebook, Instagram ads. Not a big fan of it. I would probably go away from it, but I do want to tell you it is an option for you out here. And then brand new real estate agents. I can tell you guys straight up, new real estate agents are an interesting bunch because they're not corrupted with the wholesaling real estate, anti-agenda. A lot of realtors have. They're a lot more open. They don't make a lot of money, right? And I think that's going to be something you can use for your advantage, right? So let me know if you guys have a question on any of those, but really, I know I'm going a little fast on this part, but really what I want to break down is exactly how they work for you, so you know how to do it the right way. Now, really, if you want to break down the big four, the main ones where you're going to find most of your cash buyers, I'd probably go out here and stick to Facebook groups. I would stick to cold calling cash sales. I would deal with auctions. That is another one we didn't really list on here because it's kind of on a weird one. And what do I mean by that? If you're going to want to try to find auctions, it's not a regular one to do, right? And so the next one where we're going to talk about is auctions, right? And so you got Facebook groups, auctions, cold calling cash sales, and then the for rents, which are basically going to be kind of those landlord type buyers. And that is another really good way to do it. So how do you actually find those type of buyers? So one thing I can tell you right now is the big four you're going to focus on. So if we're going to do cash sales, we go to listria.com to do it. Now, number two, we're going to talk about the auctions. Now, auctions are amazing. I actually think you should be going after the auctions for cash buyers, but there's really two ways to find auctions. Number one, you go to your local auctions for your own county, and these are like tax lien auctions or tax sale auctions. And really how that works is when the county is auctioning off properties, you can actually go out here and go to that auction. There's going to be 20 or 30 cash buyers there willing to bid on the properties. Sometimes they're virtually, sometimes they're in person. I'd rather you go to the in-person ones, obviously, and see people actually bidding on buying these type of properties. I absolutely love it. Now, I can tell you straight up in wholesaling real estate that it's a little more rare to find those type, but they work really, really well. Now, you can go on auctions with private companies on here, and these are going to be private corporations that are auctioning off properties. Usually somebody's just wanting an auction off. They're like, not Sotheby's, but like they're kind of weird private auctioneer companies. And so if you go on Google and just search auctions real estate locally and do it by private corporations, you're probably going to get the best results from that. Now, the next one here is going to be basically the for rents. And basically you just go to Zillow and you just go by the for rent section, and you're going to find a lot of people renting out properties. You can find realtors that have that too that represent it, but really just go by the for rents on Zillow. I call them the for rents by owner. And that's a really good way to do it too. And then obviously the last one is cash sales. Now, We didn't have all of them listed on here, but they work really, really well, guys and gals. So let's go to the next slide here. Where are we? All right, here we go. Let's kind of talk about the cash buyer list building rules, okay? We want quality over quantity. Let me say that one last time. We want quality over quantity. It is better to have 5 amazing qualified cash buyers than 3,000 terrible bad cash buyers. This is very important for everyone to understand. It's better to have really good cash buyers than really bad cash buyers. 5 good cash buyers better than 3,000 bad ones, okay? Now let's talk about another hack I always talk about, but this is basically our free cash buyer hacks. This is going to be a hack for us to go into these Facebook groups and actually find cash buyers wanting to buy properties. We're going to go in the big wholesaling cash buyer groups and actually find them. And so there's 2 ways to do it. Number one, we can use this ad copy, which is at freewholesaling.com, where we can post this in real estate investing groups. What does this ad copy say? It says houses at a deep discount. If you are in the Port St. Lucie market and you're looking to buy off-market properties for 30 to 40% off-market value and make a big profits on your next rental or flip, then private message me. Next here, just ask them, hey, the little dash right there. Drop your email and message below, and I'll send you some of these deals. This is a great ad copy to do. You can copy it literally. The ad copy is at freewholesaling.com. You'll probably have 4 or 5 cash buyers actually drop in their email. You get their email, you DM them. It works really important, guys. I think so many wholesalers get that confused, but really it's very important. Next step here is you can actually, I don't have no, I got a screen share on it. The next part here is you can actually harvest people that actually posted that. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm just going to go to Facebook and let's pop it up here. So we are currently on Facebook right here. And what I'm basically going to do is I just searched Cincinnati real estate investors. And basically you see me search here. I'm just going to click Greater Cincinnati Real Estate Investors Group. And then people are just posting their deals. All I'm going to go is on the search tab and just search cash buyers. Literally, all I'm doing is searching cash buyers. I'm going to click view posts. And then I'm going to see people that have already posted like 22 hours ago, right? I need cash buyers in Covington, Kentucky area. Click comment, and people are just dropping their emails like crazy, right? So like, boom, email, right? These are all cash buyers. So what I can do, like with William right here, I just click message, boom, and then just message him, hey, William, this is Zach. Are you still a cash buyer in the blank area? Boom. You just literally, I just go message all these people that are commenting, and I can do it from a year ago, a month ago. If you do at least 20 or 25 of these every single day, you will find cash buyers really easy and simple. It's really not as complicated as most wholesalers make it seem. And I think if you really get things confused, I think if you really go out here and complicate it, you're not going to get the best results. But really, if you go there, you DM the people, you get their email, that'll be the best success and the best way for you to actually go out here and find these type of cash buyers. Now, next part, we talked about cash sales, right? I'll go to listarea.com. ZachData.com is another good secondary on it too. But like really what you do on these is you just pull all cash sales in the zip code hot market. You pull list, skip tracer or text or cold call, and you just cold call the people in the cash sales. And you basically say, hey, I saw you purchase 123 Main Street all cash. Are you still looking to buy any more houses at a deep discount in the area? Pretty simple, pretty easy, but it works really well. You can use realtors, right? Now there's 2 ways to do it. You go like a realestateagentlist.com. I think it's free. You might have to pay for it. That's just, I'm not affiliated with them at all. So I'll actually see if this is real agent list, right? Yeah. I think it's going to be on a state level, right? Yeah. So they try to charge for the information. So if you want to go crazy, you can actually get a list of all realtors in the area. But still, I'd probably just go to freewholesaling.com and learn exactly how to find realtors that are cash sales and go from there. Now, you can pull all the areas in your city for a fee and just cold call them. They have emails and phone numbers. I thought it was pretty cool. But really, all you really got to do is just go to like cash sales and then see the realtors that represent them on the MLS, and you'll have the best success. Explain who you are, and then you can find cash buyers and transactions. Now, let me show you something really quick here. If you go to the Flip with Rick YouTube channel, it's actually kind of cool. But like I did a live the other day, and I'll show you here. And let's go share my screen of this entire process. Now, we are actively trying to put that in freewholesaling.com right now. But like you see right here, literally all I did was I just cold call cash sales. So you see me out here cold calling realtors and talking to them. I found hedge funds. It was pretty cool. I had live conversations. It worked really well. I was going LLCs. I was even going in there. But really, all I was basically doing was cold calling cash sales. And I found a lot of really good leads. And it was really cool. So exactly, freewholesaling.com by tomorrow, the other day, that should be put in there. But if you want, you can just go from there. So let me put the link in the chat for everybody. And you can go in here. So let's go to the link in the chat. So all right, put the link in there for y'all to go in there. Now, the next part is the assignment of contract. And really, this is what we call the assignment of contract. You go to freewholesaling.com, you can download it for free. Once we qualify, find our cash buyer, this is going to be the piece of paper that we use. Now, remember, the point of cash buyers is for us to use it so we can sell it, right? We want to sell that contract for a profit. Now, once we put the property under contract, this is our assignment of contract. And basically what it is, it's just basically us agreeing to sell the contract to buy the property for a fee. And you see here, there's purchase price, there's the assignment fee. So how that works for you guys to understand is, if I agree to put a property under contract for $100,000, all I basically got to do is, let's say I'm selling it for $120,000, I put a $20,000 assignment fee, then boom, the cash buyer owes $120K at closing, $20K that goes to me in a nice check form, and then basically $100K goes to the seller. That's how it works. Just go to freewholesaling.com. That's how you actually download it for free. It works really well. Now, once you go and have the assignment of contract done from there, we're going to do the walkthrough, and then we're going to have a dead time, right? So really what you got to know here about the walkthrough is basically that is the process of us. When we find the cash buyer, we qualify them, go through all the questions. I'll break that down a little later here, but we're really going to break down the walkthrough with the cash buyer. And really what that is either if we're doing virtual or in person, we're actually going to walk through the property with the seller. So basically how the process works is if we go all the way to the beginning here, show you here. This is the walkthrough, right? So we found the buyer. So we find the end buyer, rich landlord, house flipper that agrees to buy it for a profit. What we're going to do next is we're going to walk the buyer through the house to see if they want to actually sign it, right? Basically selling the paper on it. What you got to understand about this process is we just call the buyer and say, hey, are you looking to buy this property? And they're like, you know what? Yeah, that works. I think I can do 120, like you said, Zach. Okay, well, what's a good time we can walk through and see the property? Pretty much how it works. Now, if you're doing virtual wholesaling, you're doing boots on the ground like this for the dispositions, what I would do here is just call somebody like a runner to actually go and show the property for you. Now, how do you do that, right? We kind of talked about in the virtual wholesaling like overview process, but really you could hire someone 40, 50 bucks to actually be kind of an escort for the cash buyer and actually walk them through. Or you have the cash buyer do it themselves. They can actually just walk up there and walk through, look at the property themselves. You just got to make sure that they don't talk to the cash buyer. That's a very important rule, that the cash buyer can't talk with the seller because that could potentially ruin the deal. But you got to vet your cash buyers really well and ask them the right questions. That's how you do the walkthrough the right way here. So let's go back here. Now, once they walk through, you go meet them or you send them over literally the contract, the assignment of contract, and then they sign it. Then from there, we have a dead time, right? So let's say we put the property contract on the 1st, and now we sign this assignment on the 16th, and now we are on the 30th. So it's like, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, what do we do, right? Basically, it's a dead time, right? This is the time where a lot of wholesalers sometimes lose their deal. So what do you do in between the time you sign the assignment of contract and you actually get it on closing day? That's what we call the dead time. So what you want to do is call the cash buyer once a week to make sure they're all good. They should have the non-refundable deposit, so it's really not going to affect us too much. Number 2 is we're going to call the seller 2 to 3 times a week, every single week, to actually just keep updating them. We're going to have our title company call the seller 2 to 3 times a week also, because I always tell my title company, keep calling the seller once or twice a week to make sure they're on board. If you ignore the seller in between closing date when he signed the contract, sometimes the seller just feels like you're not legit and they just don't want to close. And it's weird to say it, but it happens a decent amount of times when you don't follow up. This is why follow-up is so important for your wholesaling success. Confirm the title is clear and there's no issues and you should be fine there. Now, when you're talking to cash buyers, right, you need to ask them these specific questions. These are very important questions you have to ask your cash buyers. But these are basically questions like, hey, are you looking to buy more houses for flipping or renting? And so if you're cold calling cash sales, you got someone that says they're a cash buyer. Literally anyone on Facebook, you just got to ask them these questions, right? Are you looking to buy more houses? Are you a cash buyer? Have you ever bought from wholesalers before? And are you okay with me making an assignment fee? It's very, 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 very important you ask your cash buyers this. Hey, Mr. Cash Buyer, are you okay if I made $50,000 in this assignment fee for this deal? Ask them that. I promise you, if you don't ask them that, you're going to be in a world of hurt, because if they see you're making $50K and they get upset, they might not want to close on the deal. Now, those are really greedy cash buyers, but some people work a little weirdly and differently. So just make sure that you're making an assignment fee and you actually explain to the cash buyer you're making an assignment fee. Lastly, you get a proof of funds from them and you ask them how quickly they can close. What is a proof of funds? Basically, is a letter from a bank account showing that they have money in their pocket, like they got money in their bank account. And what does this basically mean? This basically means if you actually have the money in your bank account. So if you're talking a big game, you're a cash buyer and you don't have 120 grand in your own bank account, that better be the right thing. Now, I can tell you straight up, guys, there's a lot of fake wholesaling cash buyers out here. Okay. So I want people to understand there's a lot of type of cash buyers. There are cash buyers, there's hard money buyers, and there's fake buyers, right? We don't like any of these, right? Like we don't like the hard money or the fake buyers. We want real cash buyers. There's a lot of cash buyers, quote unquote, that are learning from a guru. And basically what this guru is doing is this guru is like, okay, pretend like you're a cash buyer and JV with these wholesalers. They're literally telling them to fake it. So what do? Hey, can I get a proof of funds from you? Guess what the guru taught fake cash buyers going to do? Okay, here's my proof of funds. It's going to say either two things. This is Mr. John Guru, LLC, has given $500,000 of a line of credit to buy any piece of real estate. That is a hard money buyer. They don't have the money in their bank account. So if you're talking to Jack Smith and he gives you a proof of funds from Johnny, Waterby, it's like, you're Jack Smith. You're not Johnny Waterby. Oh, but Johnny Waterby is my partner on the... No. Okay. You need to have a corporation with cash to show, and your name better be on that company because it's your guru and you're trying to do a fake JV deal with me. That's another fake buyers thing. I want everyone to understand this. This is very important. A lot of gurus are giving proof of funds in their own bank account. So let's say John Waterby is the guru. My name's Zach Ginn and I'm a cash buyer. Show me proof of funds. Here it is. John Waterby, $1 million in his bank account. I'm like, you're not John Waterby, or you're not 123 Quick Buyers LLC. I saw John Waterby's the owner. It doesn't matter. The money's in the bank account. I'm like, no, that's not you. That's not your money. That's not your. I can literally do Bill Gates's bank account and say that's my proof of funds. It ain't my. Okay, it's borderline fraudulent at that point. If your name or if your company with your name has to be on the corporation, which the gurus don't want you put on there, it's very important, but there's a lot of fake buyers out here. There's a lot of guys saying, I got the cash in, close, and you get screwed out of the deal because you're using a fake buyer. Don't get caught up with the fake buyers. They're terrible. Drives me crazy. I see it all the stinking dang time. This is how you actually fail in this business. So they have to have a proof of funds. They have to be okay with you making a big assignment fee on the closing. And they have to have bought in real estate before. And it's a big plus if they've bought from their wholesalers. But really, another big question you can ask here, which I love asking too, is just asking the cash buyer, how many properties have you bought in this year? Straight up. Ask them, hey, tell me the last 4 properties you've bought for cash. Give me the addresses. And you can look them up and see if they actually bought it with their own name or not. So one big thing I found with fake cash buyers, my big pet peeve are these fake cash buyers, literally ask these fake cash buyers. Give me the HUDs for the last 5 properties you've bought for cash, or just give me the addresses. You look it up and you see that John Waterby LLC, and it's not Jack Smith. It's like, you are not John Waterby. You're giving a fake proof of funds. You literally, all you can do is just look up the property on the property appraiser, look up the deed, and you can actually see who signed it. When I give proof of funds to JV guys that want to JV with me, and they want to see if I actually can buy properties for cash in my local market, I send them 5 last HUDs, and guess what it is? Guess whose name is signed on the deed? Zachary Ginn. Literally, Zachary Ginn. I sign all my deeds. I don't have any other people in my corporation that do it. I mean, Rick might do it sometimes, but like, it's Rick Ginn or Zach Ginn that are signing the deeds. I sign every deed for every property I buy. I don't have anybody. I don't have a secretary do it. No, because I'm buying real estate, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm going to sign it myself. Okay. And it just shows proof to people in my own market that I'm buying these properties for cash. And so it's very important you guys to actually look that up. I think a lot of wholesalers don't do that. And that's how you can separate the fake buyers from the real. Legit real buyers will actually show you that, and they're not scared to do it. People get offended by asking how much money is in your bank account for proof of funds. They're not a good cash buyer. Now, speaking with realtors, again, you ask them, have you bought from wholesalers before? And you're okay with me making an assignment fee. Those are the 2 biggest things a lot of cash buyers get really freaked out over. But really, guys, when it comes to selling your wholesaling process, it can get complicated, but it can also get very simple. We go back here to the wholesaling process. We're doing the gray, right? We're finding that buyer. So let's kind of do the macro view again, one more time. The macro view of wholesaling real estate. Okay. We're finding stressed properties. We're locking up the deal, going with the title company, find the cash buyer, cold call the cash sales, Craigslist, realtors, auctions, for rents. Really, it's really Facebook groups, just finding people that want to buy properties for cash. You ask them their questions, you qualify them, the questions we asked in the slides here. And then from there, we walk them through the property. They like it. They sign the assignment of contract. Then they close on basically on the title, basically on the date that the title company sets for them, and you're good to go, right? That's basically it. I think a lot of wholesalers think this process gets a lot crazier or complicated. It's really not. And the last part is, again, I've said this a million times, and I'll say this a million times over. If your cash buyer asks if they can use their own title company, say no. You have to use your own title company. The reason is because we kind of broke down title companies in other modules of wholesaling.com. I talk about this a lot. But when it comes to title companies, y'all need to understand that if you use a cash buyer's preferred title company, that title company might not be comfortable with wholesaling, or they might tell the seller that they're wholesaling it, and maybe you just want to use someone else. Legit, I've had title companies actually say that to sellers, and I've heard stories, and I've seen it locally in my own market and everywhere around the country. It's literally bananas insane. Like, it drives me insane when people do that. But what I can tell you is all you have to do is just tell the cash buyer, these are my rules. You have to use my title company. You can't talk to the seller if we're doing a walkthrough. You have to be okay with me making a big assignment fee on my deals. You have to use my title company, and you really have to follow my rules on the wholesaling process. That's basically it. Like, really, and you have to show a proof of funds and buy it for cash. Pretty easy and simple, right? That's basically it. Really, what you do is you have a non-refundable deposit on that too, which is pretty fun. And it's not technically a non-refundable deposit. It's kind of worded a little way in the legal definition, but like, it's earnest money to a point too. But really, the reason is because I make them put a lot of non-refundable stuff on here, because if they do it wrong, I keep their money and it's good to go. So it's a win-win if a cash buyer tries to screw you. This is why you have to use the assignment of contracts that we have at freewholesaling.com, because if the cash buyer tries to screw you, you get $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 and you get a new cash buyer. It works really well. So let's say last time a cash buyer tried to screw me, I kept $5,000. I gave $1,000 extra to the seller to extend the closing for another month. And then from there, I made $4,000 by a cash buyer trying to screw me. 99% of the time when a cash buyer tries to screw you out of the deal and you hop on the lives and you complain to me, it's because you didn't use my assignment of contracts. It is virtually impossible for a cash buyer to try to screw you out of a deal when you use my assignment of contract. That's why I tell you to do it. It's almost impossible for a cash buyer to screw you out of a deal after you ask them all the qualifying questions I said in this video. The underlying reason is if you get screwed by a cash buyer, it's straight up because you did not ask the right questions and you didn't use my assignment of contract, and you didn't use your own title company. So if you follow the steps in this video, it's going to help you out the best. Now, the last question we have to talk about is, what if I can't find a cash buyer? What if I can't find a cash buyer? What if I can't find a cash buyer? This is the biggest question and probably one of the most, said question I get in wholesaling real estate. It's like, Zach, what if I can't find a cash buyer? There are two reasons why, straight up. Okay. And it's a big pet peeve of mine. Okay. It drives me crazy, but there's two reasons why you can't find a cash buyer. I get it all the time. I can't find a cash buyer. It's really, let me just write it down. There's two reasons. I'm writing them down right now here. Okay. So I've said this a million times. I think everyone knows kind of what I'm talking about here. But if you cannot sell your wholesaling contract, if you cannot find a cash buyer, my biggest pet peeve is when people say, "Oh, the deal just fell through." Like, deals just don't fall through. Like, it was, oh, it just fell through. Like, oh, just deals just magically just lose all the time. Like, I hate it when people say that because it's not true. Deals just don't fall through because you did a problem. There was a problem that could have been solved. Okay. It's not like it just happens. Deals just fall through. No. Okay. There's specific reasons why you can't find a cash buyer. There's two reasons why you usually can't find a cash buyer. Reason number one, you locked up the deal for too high. Just admit it. A lot of wholesalers, they can't find a cash buyer for their deal, not because every cash buyer thinks that their property is just locked up for too high. I'm telling you, if you talk to 20 cash buyers and all of them say that I have to buy this property for way less, it's not them, it's you. Okay. So if you're acting crazy and 30 independent people say, yeah, you're being crazy right now, it's not them. It's not you. It's not them. It's you. All right. I just want everybody to understand that. So if someone says, oh, you smell bad, if you talk to 30 people and they all say you smell bad, it's not that one person's wrong. It's because you're wrong. All right. And I think so many people that they think that it's usually an ego play. Oh, no, I did my comps. I'm the perfect person at comps. No, guys, it's like selling a Michael Jackson signed album of Thriller. Okay. It's like, do you know how much that's worth? I really don't. But how much is it? How much is it worth? It's it's literally worth what someone's willing to buy it for. For that, I'd probably pay $50 for it because I'm like, I don't really care about it too much. Some Michael Jackson fans probably willing to pay $400 for it. Huh, right? You guys got to understand this, that what a real estate wholesaling deal is worth, like what you can sell it for to a cash buyer, the contract, it's not what one person's willing to pay, or it's not this crazy MAO formula. It's literally what someone's willing to buy it for. I have cash buyers that on a specific deal, I could sell it for 120. One cash buyer might want to buy it for 130. One might want to buy it for 80. Are they all wrong? Are they all right? No, it's just what someone's willing to buy it for. It's up in the air, really. It's like you're seeing what a buyer's willing to buy for it and you sell it, right? It's a free market. And if you talk to a lot of cash buyers, you will figure it out pretty quick. Now, number one thing is, if all your cash buyers say you locked up for too high, you locked it up for too high. Okay. Cash buyers aren't dumb. They run their own numbers. This is why I tell you not to focus too much on repair costs and figuring out perfectly, because the cash buyer is going to run their own ARV. They're going to run their own their own analysis of it, and they're going to run their own repair costs. You thinking that it's $40K for repair costs, the cash buyer who actually spent 4 or 5 years in construction will figure it out quicker, easier, and better than you because they actually have a crew and you don't. Okay. So just focus on getting it locked up for the lowest price you can and then seeing if a cash buyer is willing to buy it. So the biggest reason for not 80 to 70%, 70, 80% of wholesalers who can't sell their wholesaling deal is because they just lock the property up for too high. Number two, this is a rarity, but 20%, I'd call it rarer, but you just haven't talked to enough cash buyers. Reason number two, wholesaling deals don't go through is because you just haven't talked to enough cash buyers. Now, is that a problem? Is that an issue? Not really. And maybe you have a deal locked up for the right price. Maybe you have it for the right price and you talk to one cash buyer and that cash buyer is trying to screw you out of a deal. Maybe it's not them. Maybe it's not you, it's them. And so I always talk to people. I'm like, Zach, I can't sell my wholesaling deal. I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about your wholesaling deal. It's locked up for the best price possible. I'm like, okay. What did your cash buyers say? I talked to 20 cash buyers and they all says locked up for too high. Kind of like I said before, if they all said that, then they're probably right. Okay. They're probably right about that. Now, if you talk to one cash buyer, maybe you just haven't talked to enough. I'll tell you, talk to 20 cash buyers. There's going to be one or two of them that are going to overpay for it. You can make a ton of money. So usually if you can't sell the deal, talk to at least 10 to 20 buyers and you're going to have a couple people willing to overpay for it or pay that a price that works for you. And I'm not saying walk through 20 buyers, but just talk to them and see. And make sure you get a property locked up before you talk to a buyer, and it should be the best for you. Now, then the last thing about dispositions, and this is something I always talk about, but and this is going to be more of an advanced method, but I think if I'm doing an ultimate guide for dispositions and cash buyers, I want to break this down. But the next question here is, Zach, I have 0 comps. I have no comps at all. I don't know how much this property is worth. I don't know how much this deal is worth. What do I do? Really what you need to do here is if you have 0 comps, no comps at all, zilch comps, what you have to do here is you can actually go to your cash buyer, make sure it's someone you trust really well, but ask your cash buyer, hey, Mr. Cash Buyer, I have a property. I'm going to the appointment. I have no idea how much this property is worth. I can't figure it out at all. It's really unique. It's weird. You're the first person I'm talking to, and I want you to get first right of refusal on this deal. But here's the property. I can give you pictures of it tomorrow when I go see the property. But can you give me a range of what you buy this thing for, just so I know where I'm at? I don't want to waste your time, and I just want to see if this is the right thing or not, and just go from there. And he'll say, you know what, Zach, I could probably buy this for around 150. Perfect. Now you have a certain range. Because what did I say before? What is a contract worth? It's worth what someone is willing to buy it for. And that's how you do it, guys. So really, that is my whole dispositions guide for wholesaling real estate. I think in wholesaling, a lot of people get this whole process confused. Contracts, JV, cash buyers. And what I could tell you is the best way you're going to learn dispositions is by just selling deals. Once you sell your first and second, even your third deal, this process gets so much easier. I promise you, this process gets so much easier. Once you do 1 or 2 deals, this process gets so simple. It's like, this video game's so confusing, or this playing chess used to be super confusing to me. And then I learned how to play it, and it's not confusing anymore. It's fun, right? So it's like a lot of things. It seems confusing from the outside. And then once you do it 1 or 2 times, it's actually simple. It's a piece of cake. And it all, guys, stems back to the wholesaling process, finding the cash buyer, walking through the house, and closing the deal. 3 steps. That is it. Kind of condensed in this little video today. So guys, that is my whole cash buyers dispositions process. If you got any value, go to hit this like button, subscribe. Make sure you guys go to freewholesaling.com, and that is my whole dispositions cash buyers process for you to actually sell your deal for the best price possible. So what I want to do is answer some questions we got today on disposition, selling your deal, things like that. And we'll get it going, guys. And I do want to give a quick announcement before we get into some questions too. Number one, first and foremost, freewholesaling.com. We are revamping a lot of stuff. We are kind of adding in new videos, switching things up, or we're kind of revamping a lot of things in there. So we're bumping the quality of everything up like crazy. So freewholesaling.com, one video might be missing, tonight, and then it gets done and we got to embed it and code it all in. It gets a little confusing to do it, but just FYI, for the next week, we are revamping the website. So some of the videos are going to be switched out to more updated content because we do it about every 3 to 4 months. We'll just re-update everything. So it's the best. I'll sit down on a weekend and shoot more videos just to make it perfect for you guys. But yeah, just want everybody to know that we are kind of revamping a lot of things we're doing in freewholesaling.com just to make the quality even better, just to give you more value, and just to flex on some more broke wholesaling gurus. So if there's a video missing or something, it'll be missing for like a day and then it'll be back up. The whole process of the problem with the website is that you get hundreds of thousands of people logging into it. It's like, you got to code it the right way. So Sometimes there's a bug or two. I got a couple DMs from it today. Got fixed this morning, but yeah. So yeah, great advice, keynotes. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate that. So D S. Scappy says, what's the ROI, the return on investment cash buyers are typically looking to see? It's up to them. And D. Skippy, this is a really important answer I can give to you. I don't really care. And I'm just being honest. Some cash buyers, they want 15% of the deal. Sometimes they want 20, sometimes they want 30. I simplify this process. I don't get in the crazy transgressional calculus of what a cash buyer might want to do. They run their own numbers. Hey, Mr. Cash Buyer, I have this deal locked up. This is the price I'm selling it to you for. Does this work or not? It's like, here's the thing. If I own a grocery store, do I look up the ROI on apples versus when I put it under contract for exactly what a person will be willing to buy an apple for, a whole apple analysis on prices? No. Even the big mega corporations, they price it, but they switch it all the time. They don't have these Harvard economics people doing it. It's like, we make more money selling apples at $1.50 a pound than at $3 a pound or at 50 cents a pound. That's where the supply and demand for apples have been. Contracts, same thing. Talk to 20 buyers. Who's willing to buy it the most for? Boom. Do you think when somebody auctions off a property, they're looking what the ROI is and that's how I'm going to sell it for it? No, they auction it off. Okay. They just auction it. It's so funny how confusing people make it. It's like, do auctioneers do? What's the ROI for the cash buyers on a flip? If I do this on an analysis and I think the flooring's going to be this, but if they use laminate, but if they use a tile on this one, then it'll be good on that. Come on. Stop complicating it. All right. Like, stop. Literally, if you put this energy into your marketing and actually getting the lowest lowball price possible, you don't have to be dealing with all this crazy stuff. When you're doing this crazy analysis, this 100% comes down to you locking the property up too high and you're trying to justify to sell it for this crazy high price. Just ask. And I promise you, if you just ask, it'll help you a lot. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. April says, I ran across a fake buyer recently. Swear he's doing $1 million deals all the time. Then he sent me a pre-approval for a loan letter to me. Guys, there's a lot of fake people on the internet. Even with me, all right? Like, assume that I am faking everything I do. Everything I do is the worst. I'm stupid. I'm broke. All this stuff, okay? Just, even with me, assume it for everybody. And then make that person earn your trust. I just assume everybody's fake on the internet. And then make that person earn your trust. I got my HUDs, I show you deals, and I show you people that learn from me and they actually do well. That's all I can do. Like, I think it's so funny. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, a lot of cash buyers that say they're cash buyers are actually fake. And you're going to have to figure out these gurus from last year to this year. This is why I'm literally have to update a lot of my content, because I have to catch up with what these guru fake tactics are doing. That they are literally saying they're cash buyers. They're teaching their students that, and then they're going out here trying to literally steal your deals from you and literally ruin your, it drives me crazy. It's insane, but yeah. Ralph says, I'm having trouble finding fresh out of seminar flippers because they have not done a deal yet to get their info from public records. Ralph, let me give you some hints. Go to some of those seminars, bro. Like, just go to the seminars the last day of those little fake seminars where they try to sell it, and just find the people, network with them. Real estate investors, they work really well. A lot of them are on Facebook groups too. Yeah, tax deed auctions are good too. Yeah, Keith. If they're in person, like Keith, dude, just go in person. There's like 30 or 40. Network with them or outside the courtroom. It's insane. A courthouse, but yeah, it's cool. Zach, I'm being soft and complacent. I have my marketing plan written out. I know exactly what I need to do, but I don't take action. Well, D Skippy, what I can tell you is if you are being complacent, not taking action, keep doing it. Keep doing it until you hit the point where you are so fed up with your life with what's going on in your life, that you actually have to make that change. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to have your back to the wall for you to actually take action. I'd prefer you take action now, but D-Scappy, like, bro, if you sit at if you're comfortable where you're at with your life right now, keep doing it. Remember, you're only going to be remembered from the action you take. You are not going to be remembered for not taking action. So this is a big question I get all the time. And let me explain this, okay? I saw this last night and I watched your dad's video. I don't want to show the buyer my assignment fee. I couldn't find a contract that removes this information. How do you feel about that? Vonnie Mae. Let's break this down. Let's break this down. This is a huge rant I have. This is a huge thing that really gets this really grinds my gears. And I'll be honest with you. So you're asking me this question, okay? How do I make sure the cash buyer doesn't know my assignment fee? Why do you care so much about what your assignment fee is? Like I just telling you, if you ask your cash buyer, hey, Mr. Cash Buyer, are you okay if I make $1 million in my assignment fee? And they say yes, let them know you're going to make 50 or 60. I promise you, the cash buyer will eventually find out how much money you make on it. If you explain to the cash buyer that, hey, I'm going to make this much on the property, you should be good to go. So the only way you can hide it on one deal is to double close, which you can double close, but your cash buyer will find out how much you put under contract for. Like you're never going to hide it. It's never going to be impossible to hide it. Now, what I can tell you is when you try to hide it, it's easier you think that you don't trust your cash buyer, which is not good, and you should not be doing it, right? And the one thing I'll tell you about how wholesaling real estate works. Double closing is technically not wholesaling because you're buying and selling, but theoretically is in the realm. Here's the thing. In wholesaling real estate, we are selling contracts, right? We are actually selling our contract for a fee. Now, here's the thing about a contract. You are literally selling paper, okay? Like we got paper out here. We are selling paper, okay? We are literally selling pieces of stinking paper. And it's kind of funny, but it's true, right? Like right here. We got pieces of paper right here. We are selling. We are literally selling paper. Here's the thing. If I come out here, all right, if I come out here and I say, you know what? I'm folding this up. This is just some documents, right? If I have this piece of paper right here, and I'm going to sell it to you for $20,000, but I'm not going to tell you what's in that paper. Would you pay 20 grand for it? No way, Jose. For example, if you are someone's going to sell sneakers to you and they're $300, are you going to want to open the box and look at the sneakers before you buy them? Or are you going to go with the mystery? Oh, they're Jordans. But what kind of Jordans are they, right? Like, are they Air Force One? Are they Air Force Ones? Are they black and whites? Like, right? Like, are they from the 1985 originals? Like, what are they? Are they Jordan 11s, 12s? Like, what are they? Here's the thing. If you're going to sell, so you're going to have to look at it. I'm not dropping 20 grand without looking. Here's the problem. If you hide your contract from somebody, if I'm a cash buyer, I have to see what the contract says. I'm buying your contract. If my contract says that I'm going to let the tenant live in there for free for the rest of their life and I don't see it and I hide it from you, I'm screwed. I could probably sue the wholesaler, like, that's not good. If you're selling your contract, you have to just show them what the contract says. And if you're looking at the legit contract, they have to see, you can't redact information from it. We're not the FBI. This is not top secret confidential information. If you hide it from them, they're not going to see what the contract says. And that is not good transparency. You are selling contracts. You have to actually show them what the contract is, and it's going to have the purchase price on it. If you come out here and feel that you're so scared that they know how much money you're going to make on it, you're screwed up. Like you're going to be screwed up in this business because you will not build that trust and transparency with the cash buyer. And that's not a way to actually build a real business. Most wholesalers that make over 7 figures a year, straight up, when they make 7 figures a year, they don't care. They actually, hey, Mr. Cash, most good cash buyers will say, oh, you're making 50 grand. Good for you. I'm okay with that price. They care about the purchase price. It drives me crazy, guys. I think a lot of people do this, you know. It's why do they care? And I don't have time to go back and forth with him on this. Well, if your cash buyer is concerned about how much you're making, you didn't ask them the right questions. And that's the thing you have to understand. They will find out after everything is sold or not. Yes, they will find out because the only way around it is double closing it. And really, if they double close on it, they're going to figure out how much you bought it for. If you hide your assignment fee on the HUD, it's going to show, because I want everybody to understand this in wholesaling real estate. Wholesaling is, this is so important, but like, it's a legit transaction. Wholesaling real estate is not a scam. It's actually legit. Like, you're legitimately legally allowed to sell your contracts for big stinking profits. And because of that, you have to do things with attorneys and legal people. Like, you actually have to legitimately do a real estate transaction. Like, you have to do it in a real above board legal way. This is why wholesaling is legal. And because of that, you have to do a HUD, which is basically going to be a statement from the cash buyer to say, okay, 100,000 goes to seller, 20,000 goes to Bonnie Mae. They have to see that. They're dropping 120K. They got it. If I'm going to drop $300,000 to buy a house, I better see where that money is going. And I got to make sure I'm a legit have title insurance. This is a legit business. You cannot go out here and wholesale. Oh, it'd be nice if I do this illegally, but still legal. It's not like that. Okay. You have to wholesale real estate the legal way. And how you legally wholesale is you actually have to let the cash buyer know. Okay. Drives me crazy, but I want people to understand that. All right. Don't hide your assignment fee. Keep it out. Like, have your assignment fee out here. Okay. And don't try to hide it from you. All right. Don't try to hide it from your cash buyer. Don't try to hide it, because they'll find out eventually. And if you want to hide it for one transaction, double close on it. I have no problem with that. But just FYI, they are going to find out what the purchase was with the double closing. And if you hide the assignment fee, when they have to sign it, the HUD's going to be there what your assignment fee is going to be, or what you're giving to the seller. And so, like, there's no way around it for your cash buyer to hide it. So you better just bring it up front. That's how you do it. So the next question, do you have to tell your seller your assignment fee? You actually don't, because you agree to purchase it for 100,000 and they get 100,000 at the closing. So that's actually fine. You don't have to tell your seller about that, because the assignment fees can really be anything. Now you have to tell your cash buyer because they're the one buying it. When selling it, they get their money, they're okay with it, right? That's basically how it works. So next question is, how do you get a proof of funds if a cash buyer doesn't want to provide it? You ask them. So you can do this too. You can just ask them for the last 5 properties they bought for cash, and you can actually prove that they bought it for cash by calling the title company. So, I use 123 title company, closed my last 5. Here are the addresses. Call the title company up, say, hey, I'm here to confirm that this person bought these 5 properties with you guys for all cash. No, they used a loan. That's the only way to really get a proof of funds without getting it. But most of the time, if they don't do that, they're going to be difficult to work with. They will probably follow your rules, and it won't be good at all. So that's how you do it. But I'm telling you guys, one last thing. I will tell everybody one more time. If you are selling paper for $20,000, $30,000, that person better know what they're buying, because you can write a lot of crazy stuff in contracts, and it's not good. Scabby says, what is your 1 rep max? What's my 1 rep max? I don't think I've done a 1 rep max in a year. I do rep maxes. So like I'll do 5 reps for 5 sets of 5 reps. And so the most I've ever done on one was 285. That absolutely destroyed me a year ago, but I'm a lot stronger. I think I would say probably 305 if I have to like do 1 rep max. The problem is I kind of have, I don't do 1 rep max anymore. I only do 5. So I'll only rep out 5, the most I possibly can do, but only if I can do 5 sets of it, because that is a one-way ticket to tear your rotator cuff, and my rotator cuff's already kind of weak, so I don't push it too much. But I'd say 305 if I have to. I kind of played with 285, tried to do it twice, did not go well. But I got once, but not the second one. But yeah, no, usually I don't go heavy anymore. I'll just put 225 and then just do 5 reps of 5 and then just kind of call it a day and then kind of do other stuff. But yeah, I don't push the bench anymore. I went hard on it last year and I hurt my rotator cuff super bad, because what I used to do benching and then I used to do pull-ups together, and that just put too much strain on my rotator cuff. So I kind of have to go a little easier on it. But now my bench has gone up, but because I've done that approach on it, it's just a lot easier for me. But yeah, don't mess with the rotator. At 23 years old, I told myself, I'm like, is it worth it going hard in the paint or having nice shoulders when I'm 60? I'm like, I think having nice shoulders when I'm 60 is going to be the best thing to do. But yeah. Let's see here. Having trouble finding cash buyers in Dallas. Any ideas? Marissa. Come on, Marissa. You know what to do. Let's look at this. Having trouble finding cash buyers. Do these methods, auctions, full rents, cash sales. Pretty much it. I love when people give me that question after I did a whole live on actually how to find cash buyers, because you most likely didn't do all the strategies. Now, if you went up to me and said, I did all the strategies you said, Zach, then fine. We can go from there. So, let's see. All right, let's see here. All right. One last thing too, I want to say before we get into the one. So we're going to do some one-on-ones right now, but I do want to give an announcement. Two announcements, and then we're going to get the one-on-ones. So let's pop up the Facebook groups too on here. So before we get into the one-on-ones, I do want to make an announcement, and these are shameless plugs for me, but I could care less. Number one, we are going live, me and Rick, tomorrow. We're going to go live probably. I don't have a definitive time because it is a big birthday for somebody in our family. Not me or Rick's, but it's a big birthday, and celebrating them because they're amazing. So what we're going to do is I'll be gone basically all day tomorrow for most of the day, but I'll probably be back locally where I'm at probably by 6 or 7. So we're definitely doing a live tomorrow. It's going to be in the evening. I'll know by tomorrow at 6 a.m. So when I get up at like 6 tomorrow, I'll schedule it out. But it's either going to be at 6, 7, or 8, possibly 9. But you'll know by 6 a.m. tomorrow what time, Eastern Standard Time, what time I'm going live. But me and Rick are going to do it. We said, is it better if we do a late night stream or no stream at all? I said, it's better to have a late night stream than no stream at all. And we're doing so tomorrow's going to be a special late night live stream. I know we go at 1 o'clock a lot, but we're going to do a late night live stream on the Flip with Rick channel for everybody, me and Rick. So that's going to be really fun. So just keep your eye out for that. We're going to do that. Now, next here, we are doing this. I've probably never done this before, but I will put my feelers out here. So we are looking, just because I'm getting a little busier and these groups are getting a lot bigger for us. So we are doing one thing. I've literally been requested one thing. I've been requested one thing more than anything this year. In 2022, I've been requested one thing from young people getting into wholesaling real estate. I've been asked a million times for a Discord for what I do. A wholesaling house for real Discord, a real estate Discord for wholesaling. I've been asked a million times for a Discord. Here's the problem. I can't do a Discord by myself. I'm barely able to do a Facebook group by myself. Me and Rick are the only admins on there. So if I'm going to do a Discord, which I will do, I'm going to need some mods on there, okay? And one thing I can tell you about the moderators, if you want to be a Discord moderator and an admin, you can DM me. And what I'm going to do for you is you get two things. I ain't paying you to be one. Just you're an admin, right? What I'll do is if you want to do one, you can be a moderator and I'll give you exclusive access to JV with people in the Discord. You can DM JV people. You will probably make at least $100,000 of JV deals in this Discord if you are a moderator, because you will actually be vetted by me. What I need you to do is all you have to do is DM me on Facebook or Instagram. And all you have to do is just show me you made $100,000 in assignment fees. You actually have to show me $100,000 of assignment fees for 2022 in you or your company's own name. And I'll let you be a Discord or admin, and I will interview you. And if you show me the proof of funds and you actually know what my process, I'll let you be a Discord mod. You probably make $100,000 from that. On top of that, you'll also be an admin for wholesaling houses for real. And you'll have a little badge that says group expert. You'll be able to approve posts, because I get asked, I don't approve enough posts. So you'll be able to sift through the posts, kick gurus out, do that. We're allowing a lot more people in. We're really going to try to make this more of a community, and we're going to let more people in, but I don't want anybody in unless they make at least $100,000. Okay. So you have to make at least $100,000 a year to be able to be an admin. And that's what I'm doing. Okay. Now it's not going to be a ton of people. I know maybe I'll have 2 or 3 admins, but those people are probably going to make 100K. They're literally going to make 100K next year of just JV deals. So if you want to make a ton of money in JV deals, I'm literally giving hundreds of thousands of dollars away of this because I don't think a VA is going to be the right person to be a admin for me. So if you want to be a group leader for a lot of the stuff we do, it's going to be really cool for you guys. You'll make a ton of money, but just DM me. I'm going to ask you, so don't waste my time. If you did not make 100K in 2022, it's going to be a no, but maybe next year we can allow you on. Heck, I will probably have 100 admins if that's okay. If you guys are up for it, we'll do it. And we'll do it, okay? So just DM me and we can do it, okay? And literally, like I know guys like Ralph and Camille right here are saying they want to do it, that they make a ton of money. Like Ralph makes a ton of money JVing. We're setting up a podcast. People like him, that does dispo stuff like that, I'll allow it, right? If you want to cut the guru stuff out, you don't want to do that, I'll add you in, right? And that's what I think. So if you can make 100K, okay, I want everybody to understand this. If you can make 100K, I will literally give you 100K of JV deals by just being a Discord mod and a Facebook ad mod. So y'all can actually JV deals, and we can finally have a Discord for everybody because I've been asked for it. I'll probably spend 10 grand just to make the Discord the right way. And we'll make it the biggest Discord for wholesaling real estate. And yeah, that'd be pretty cool, right? And then maybe a Reddit. I've actually seen, guys, it's kind of funny. I think we have a huge amount of traffic from Reddit on this YouTube channel, which is kind of crazy. But guys, if you're really interested in it, DM me, flip with Zach, or on Facebook. You already know what to do. And I will probably interview you guys individually on a Zoom or call you. And you will make a ton of money. All right. And then let me know, guys, in the comments if a Discord would be kind of cool. I think a Discord would be sick to have. And it'd be pretty cool. We can pop it off, make it good, but I'm going to need a decent amount of admins on there to make it work because it's a lot of people. I need people to get the guru people out of there. So Ace says he's in for it. Vernon says he's in. We got a lot of people who say they're in for it. So just DM me and be pretty cool. I'm giving insane amount of JV deals sent to us. And so if I can have you guys JV instead, that'd be pretty cool. So yeah. And I'll let all of you guys go in here and actually JV, and you guys will make a ton of stinking money. And from there, and I can help JV with the people that can't JV on it, but yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So if you want to be an admin and you actually want to get JV deals sent to you, it'd be pretty cool. So just do that. And that's it. All right, let me make sure it's all good here. All right. So if you want that, just DM me and we'll get it going. So, boom. All right, let's do our one-on-one. So if you want to go on here, all right, Ace, comment below what your thing is and I'll look at it. So I just got 5 Facebook messages. Holy moly. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do some one-on-ones today. So how do you hop on, talk to me one-on-one? All you got to do is go to Wholesaling Houses for Real, my free real estate wholesaling Facebook group. And so basically what we're going to do here is, let's pop it up here. All right. So, all right, I'll look at you, Works of Base. I'll look at it after this live stream. All right. So this is it. This is Wholesaling Houses for Real. Remember, you can be an admin here. That's pretty stinking cool. 82,000 wholesalers sending deals in your local market. That's going to be pretty cool. And so if you're in like Tulsa, you can be the Tulsa, Oklahoma person. And we'll give you shout outs. We'll give you a ton of JV deals. All right. But all you got to do is come here, Ultimate Dispositions Guide. Click here. StreamYard link is right here. Boom, click that, hop on. You can talk to me absolutely for free. One-on-one, the perfect right way. So without further ado, let's get it going. And let's start getting it going. So, all right, what do we do here? Who we got? We got first on here to do one-on-one. We got Allison. Hello. Tristan.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Bro, I just saw your post today, man.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
Bro,
it was awesome.
Dude, let's talk about it. Let's
what's up?
Tell everybody what happened. What happened last week?
Well, it was awesome, man. It was such a good experience closing that deal for 20K. I learned so much and lots of ups and downs, but it was like addicting, man. I can't wait for the next one. So it was my
Stop
first
being
deal
humble.
too.
How much did you make?
I made $20,000 on the first deal here in
Oh my
Colorado. So
gosh, dude.
big numbers here.
Let's hold up. Let's show the people here really quick. What is this right here?
Yeah, that's that wire transfer. That well, I
Woo!
guess 20,100 because the EMD. But yeah, man, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Bro, you made $20,100.
Yes,
Bro,
sir. Yes, sir.
dude, congratulations. Like, I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, how did you get this deal? What's the story of it? Let me know.
It was crazy, man. You guys, I mean, I've heard you say it a bunch, but the deals pick you. So I went driving for dollars in my market, and um, I think I got like 150 some leads that day. I didn't go for too long. But at my work, I actually heard someone, over talking about a friend they had that uh, needed to get out of the house, and I'm like, who is it? What's their address? And lo and behold, I had it on my driving for dollars. So I talked to them. We got it done. Uh, man, there's I think a bunch of crazy stuff happened. It was like great learning experience. I could tell anyone if you think it's just going to go smoothly, you're going to have to problem solve a bunch. But this guy, he went into probate process like a while ago. I can't remember when, but he didn't know he could even sell the property unless he did a record to get like on the mortgage. So I figured it out for him. I just talked to the title company and I'm like, as long as you're the PR, man, you could go for it. So I solved that. And it was like he's never bought a property, sold a property. So I helped him find his new place. He's going to Nebraska. And yeah, man, I had a buyer within like the first couple days because I locked it up pretty good. But he needed some time to move out. So that's why um, we set it for the 22nd, and I got paid on the for last Friday. So he just needed a little time, but it was awesome, man. It was such a fun experience.
So what was the marketing?
Just cold calling. So I just drove for dollars and then skip traced and called him. So
So this was a probate that you found from drying for dollars.
yeah, it was interesting, man. It was cool, cool
Wow,
stuff.
dude. Hey, at least some person listened to me when I said to dry for dollars, and you
Oh
made 20
man.
grand.
Well, that post I did, everyone's asking me this and this, and I sound like a bot, man. I'm just like, just go to the website, man. Just go to free wholesaling and just
No,
listen
there's
to them.
something else that happened, right? There's something else, right? There's some secret that
Yeah,
um
won't tell you. It's a secret. You got to pay for that. So,
man, congrats, dude.
thank
You
you.
already bro, you already know what to do next, right? Like if you got a deal from that, what do you think I'm gonna say?
Just do it again, man.
Keep it going, dude.
I already I already drove for dollars like that. The rest of that neighborhood and the one next to it, because I think you said at one point deals are next to each other, and
They
I'm
are, man.
excited. I just got I reinvested back myself. I just got batch, and I got the dialer through it too. So I'm gonna be pushing some more volume with that, and hopefully next year I'll start doing some SMS stuff or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna try. I'm trying to upgrade every time. Not
Yeah,
go
man.
crazy spending, but just upgrading and pushing more volume every time. So I've met lots of cool people. Like I know another guy that was on here. His name was Tristan too. He's helping me with some reverse driving for dollars because I'm at work all day and I just can't answer the phone. So I don't think it's all. I love the method and it works because I tried it one time and I got like so in trouble at work because I kept answering the phone, but
Yeah.
it just wasn't productive because I kept having to text people or sending a voicemail. I know that's not good. So he's helping me with that, and we're gonna JV anything that comes out of that too. So, but
Listen, man.
it's cool, man. There's so many ways to make money with this business, and I think we just need to figure it out ourselves in our own market. So,
Dude, that was amazing, man. Like, did you just like how did you drive for dollars? Like you just put the address on your phone and you just went from there?
no, so I use Deal Machine, just their like basic
Yeah.
package, and I
Yeah.
got pretty quick with it. So I'm just driving slow, and I'm adding everything that like anything. I mean, I know it's cold here in Colorado right now, but I mean, you can still kind of tell when the lawn's pretty bad, even with everything that's dead after this like -20 stuff. But uh, Yeah, just any paint peeling, anything with the roofs, and I just add it real quick, and then I went on to deal machine, and I since I work so much, I think it's worth it paying for skip tracing for me just so I can market more. So I just paid for that and just started calling and got the deal, man. Got the deal. He's a nice guy. He's a cool guy. So
Well, bro, keep it up, man. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you hopping on. Is there you come on for a question?
yeah, I did actually.
All right.
I wanted to ask too with when you're signing on behalf of an LLC, because I know you have to put that in there. Do you put like on behalf of this and this LLC on the contract in print, or do you just write that in pen when you get it all signed?
So I write it two ways. So I'll put Zachary Ginn for Zach Ginn LLC, or I'll put Zach Ginn LLC as the buyer, and I'll just sign it, my name on it, because I'm an officer in the company.
Okay, but you just have to make sure you have your LLC's company on behalf or something like that on that contract, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, that was the other that contract. I asked. I was being safe, and I asked just like a real estate attorney lawyer for like a free consultation. Man, they try to take your money quick. They're like, I kept asking him, "Is it legal? Is this contract my friend from Florida gave me legal?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it." I'm like, "Is it legal?" "Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it." "Is it legal though?" And then they never answer my question, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, I can tell you if you pay me $140 and I can review it all." I'm like, "Get out of here, man."
Like you legit just got ask the title company because the title companies usually have lawyers,
Yeah,
and the lawyer looks like it's legal, it's good. It's like what's legal, what they like, and now you're getting on opinions and preferences, right? It's so funny, but it's like yeah, it's legal, you can do it.
yeah, it's ridiculous, man. And like, I had to. It was like I say it was a learning experience because so many different things happened. Like I had to amend the contract because the seller's name had his middle initial on my contract, but his middle initial wasn't on the title, so
Oh
I had to
Lord.
amend that. Here in Colorado, we have the big. It's called the DORA contract. It's like 20 pages long. It's just like the one you got there, and it's ridiculous. So I went to the title company. And I'm like, what do I need off that one to make this contract good? Because they're fine with it as long as it's assignable. And there's literally three little lines. I think it was like 6 words each that I just had to amend with it, and I put it on. I just went edited your guys' contract so it has it on there next time. But three little lines out of that 20-page contract plus what your guys says is all you need off
Yeah,
that. It's
legit.
hilarious. I was laughing when they told me that. I'm like, "Are you serious, man?" Because all that other stuff is confusing, and
Yeah.
this seller, I, he, I mean, he needed to be talked to simply. Like he didn't understand a lot of stuff with real estate. So your guys' contract's awesome for that because it keeps it easy. So nice and
Awesome,
easy.
man. Appreciate it, dude.
But
Simplify the business. It works so much easier. And like you found a little, not a loophole in how to do the contract the right way, but you made it work, man.
yeah, no, and I really appreciate you. I mean, this money, I've never seen this much in my bank account, so it's awesome.
Well, don't
And
waste it, but you're
no,
reinvesting yourself and you're keeping it going. And
no.
dude, this is just first of many, man. I promise you.
Oh, I know. I still got a couple because I asked you a while ago about like a fire damage, and she's finally getting that figured out with the insurance, and we have really good relationship. And I'm I'm telling her I'm ready to strike on that whenever, so that would be a good one. And I'm learning more with batch. I'm learning just how to get a pipeline done where I'm always getting something consistent. And I think one more deal, man. I'm done working my W-2. That's my
Woo!
commitment. So it's awesome, man. I can't wait. But today I'm just a little sick, so I stayed at home and just like a training day on batch and stuff. So
Hey,
just
no
figuring
big
it
deal.
out. So
Dude, you're like inning number one of your whole wholesaling journey. So like you're just getting started. And I'm proud of you, man.
can't wait. Man.
Keep up the
Can't
work.
wait.
You did the work, got some deals, and hey, celebrate, right?
That's right. That's right. So
All right, man.
thanks, man. I
Hopefully you
really
feel better.
appreciate you and your dad. Thanks,
Appreciate you,
man. All right, take
Tristan.
it easy.
Keep it
Take
up.
it easy.
Boom! Awesome. Shout out to Tristan there. Holy moly. That's a lot of moolah. It's a lot of money right there. So shout out to him. Living his life, doing well. So, guys, you can do the same thing. I'm telling you guys, go to freehosting.com. It's all in there. You can learn exactly how to get it going and live the life of your dreams. All right. Next here we got Carlos. All right. Joshua.
Hey Zach, how's it going?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Good. Hey, so I actually got my first property under contract this month. I got it set to close out in January. I've been watching you guys' videos for a little bit.
Congrats.
So, so I was actually doing agent reach out to find some cash buyers, right? And so it turns out I just called a real estate agent today to find some cash buyers. And it turns out he's actually the property manager for that property. So I don't know if he's going to go around and tell the seller that I'm wholesaling this deal.
Maybe.
So,
I mean, who knows?
I mean,
Right.
do you think that's something that could possibly be a big problem?
Possibly. He's probably gonna be upset he didn't get the listing on it.
Yeah. So I have a couple walkthroughs set up, but I don't. What's like a good way? I'm virtual, so I'm
Did you
not.
tell the cash buyer? Did you tell that realtor that you have that specific deal locked up?
Yeah.
Why?
He's actually the person walking everyone through the property. That's the thing.
Oh,
He's the property manager for that too.
is he getting paid at all?
No, he's not.
Then you're probably gonna lose out in the deal.
Yeah, but I already have it under contract. I mean, so hopefully, but I told him that I actually do have a partner that's going down there to actually close out on the property, hopefully sometime next week. But that'll just be my cash buyer, I
You better
guess.
start using names, man, and show you're legit. That's the
What'd
best
you
way.
say?
You better start using some names, bro.
Yeah. So
Like,
I actually got my first walkthrough going in tomorrow. He knows that that's a cash buyer though, but I have a feeling that the seller probably knows that I'm wholesaling this already.
we're probably gonna figure it out. I don't think you're gonna lose out in the deal, but you gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, so the people that want to buy this, he's the proof of funds he sent me is an unsecured LOC. Do you think that's good?
What do you
That's
mean by an unsecured LLC?
unsecured LOC.
What does that mean?
It's an unsecured line of credit, I guess. That's just what he sent
See,
me.
that's a loan. No, that's not a cash buyer. It's a loan.
Not a cash buyer because he's doing like burrs and stuff.
That's a hard money buyer.
Okay. So a hard money buyer is not something I should.
Hard money buyer is not a cash buyer.
Yeah.
Cash buyer is to buy it with cash.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to find cash buyers down here, and it's hard for me to find people to JV with.
Where are you at?
I'm doing it over in Johnson City in Tennessee.
Okay. How many for rents have you called?
I've called probably about 20.
Okay.
I got a couple people that want to walk through there, but I don't know. I also had a guy with a nonprofit organization for like veteran homes, and he wants to walk through there.
Cool.
So
Have you gone to the property auctions?
no, not yet.
Do that.
So I'm all the way in Ohio, so yeah. I mean,
Have you gone by the have you looked at the cash sales up?
yeah, I've been calling all the cash sales.
All right, do that. The flippers tab.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go through, that's going to be the best way to do it. You just got to keep calling them.
Yeah.
And you go all the way till 2012, right? Like you keep going forever on it. So you just got to keep the volume up.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got a lot of, seems like you got a decent amount of buyers and doing walkthroughs. So
yeah,
I think you're fine on that end.
I got probably 5 people going through the property this week. The thing is that there are tenants in there, so it's kind of hard to get so many cash buyers through.
Yeah.
So
I get it, man.
yeah. So I mean, I appreciate you guys for everything you do. You guys, I'm using your guys' contract, everything. I watch you guys' videos pretty much every day when I'm driving to work, driving home from work, laying in bed. So I mean, I feel you guys.
I appreciate it, man. I'm telling you, if honestly, just go out here and start. Just keep walking through. I'm not going to freak out with a seller. Like it's not a good situation. I think it's kind of bad, but it's adding extra risk to it.
Yeah.
Get a walkthrough and get a cash buyer locked up as soon as you can and say, this is my partner.
Yeah. So
that's going to be your best thing you can do.
Yeah. So I was actually so scared to actually put the property under contract. I have it set for closing on January 30th. But then I watched your dad's video on the 80% or not doing 70%, doing like 80 and minusing the repairs first. So that really helped me out. And he said that that's a good way to actually get a business going. Because if you fall by the 70%, it's really just a miracle to really get properties like that. I mean, So yeah, I was actually, I think I DM'd you. I mean, it looks like you got cash buyers. Did you have, by any chance, do you work in Johnson City by any chance?
We have some, but like, dude, like how many walkthroughs do you have scheduled?
I have 5.
If you can't get a deal out of 5, you probably locked the thing up too high.
Okay. Yeah, because it's supposed to sell for, so there are houses that sold for 230, literally right across the street. I got it locked up for 140. I'm selling it out for 150, and it's in good condition. It only needs like 15,000 in repairs.
If you can't sell the deal to 5 people doing walkthroughs that are legit, we're gonna have a bigger problem.
Yeah.
JVing. Okay. So go through those 5 walkthroughs and let me know, and then maybe I can help you from there. But I don't think it's in your best interest to go at 50% if you right now, because you already have 5 already set up.
Yeah.
I rather JV from somebody that can't get that done, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I got you. Well, I mean, I appreciate the call, Zach. I've been trying to get on here for like forever.
All right. Well, keep it up, Joshua.
All right. Thank you. All
All
right. I
right,
hope we can get in contact again soon.
All right. Have a good one.
See you, Zach.
See you. All right. Next, we got Kyle.
Zach, what's up?
I'm blessed, man. What's up? How can I help you out today?
Nothing much. Just trying to get some deals done here. Hold on. This thing's... All right, there we go. Yeah, so I'm working on a couple deals. First, I just want to say thanks. I mean, you're an absolute gangster for all the help that you've done for me so far. I mean, it's just like it's funny looking at all the different stuff getting thrown at you, like in these early stages.
Oh yeah.
People, you know, like, oh, sign for my course here, and then you get like this guy who's doing free stuff, and like subconsciously, I'm like, it's free, it must not be good. But I'm like, I'll give it a try. So I just started following your stuff, and like literally the best info. It's like it's almost doesn't even seem real. So just want to thank you for that, and anyone who's skeptical on Zach and Rick, they're the real deal. So just wanted to start there, and then my question is, I'm driving for dollars, and I'm just finding these like super highly distressed properties, and they all happen to be like probate, like super complex problems, which I'm fine with, and I'm learning as I go. So the current one I'm working on now, I found this property, and the owner is dead. She died in May. So I contacted the sister of the property, and she thought the bank already owned it, but they don't. Anyway, long story short, they didn't even know they had the rights to this property. So I'm trying to figure out, do I bring a probate attorney to them to help it get filed in probate? That way we can get things moving, or what do you think I should do?
So so no probate's been filed. This is in Florida, obviously, right?
Yep, it's in Florida, yeah.
So when did the person die?
In May, and the list pendants was in July.
Okay, and a list pendant specifically for what?
Foreclosure.
Okay, so
For that lady, for her name.
Okay, and have you talked to the daughter?
No daughter, no parents, and no husband. So the next
who are you
is
talking
the siblings. One of the sisters. Yeah.
Okay, and they haven't been paying the mortgage at all?
No, there's 2 modifications that were done. So like 15,000 in loan mods on the back end, and yeah, so they basically just want the debt paid off. The sister's like, we don't really care. You know, it's a good deal. It's just, you know, kind of complex. So.
I would probably, hate to say it, I'd probably sign an agreement with the heirs, bring it to a title company, and then bring a probate attorney along with you there. Okay.
So get a contract signed with the heirs.
Yeah. Does the title company have any good closing attorneys that you're using?
Yeah, I'm in contact with a closing attorney. She's great. She's actually the one I've been getting like most of my advice from, like on what to do. So she reached out to one of their probate attorneys so far, but that was just like
them. The ones that work at the closing with the title company, they'll be locked up and they'll help you out the best.
Okay. And that's okay. So my question is, they don't really know how much is owed on the mortgage. So how do I figure out like
title company should figure it out? Do you have prop stream or anything like that?
Yeah, prop stream badge.
That data. Just look it up. It should pop up on there. I know there's loan mods, so it might be a little differently.
Yeah, I looked on the county stuff. I have an idea. I didn't see any tax deeds. I mean, so I don't know as far as, because I just don't know what price to write on the contract. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what's owed. So
Nothing pops up on batch or prop stream.
Nothing. I mean, I got most of my data from the county.
When you look at public records, is there a mortgage amount?
Yeah, mortgage amount.
What
of
date?
2019, it said there was like 60,000, and then there was 2 loan mods, like I said. But I think those go on the back end of the loan, and you pay them off when you sell, right?
My guess is probably 55 owed. It won't be more than 60. We know that, right?
Right. Well, aren't the loan mods, they add it to the current debt? It's not. It doesn't bring down the principal.
Yeah, but they paid it off for at least 3 years. The lady, right?
True,
so
yeah.
I'm guessing 55. 3 years of paying it off, and then loan mods. 55. It can't be over 60. My guess would be 55.
So
but it's going to be
plus the loan mods at the end, right? They add
55.
Oh. I thought those go on top of the.
They could, but you don't know what's written on there.
Right. That's true. Okay. So, all right. Can you do like contingent on the price, or you know what I mean? Because I don't know, because I want to get. She's ready to sign. Like I can get this thing signed. I just want.
Sign it for the lowest you possibly can, and then just hey, if you owe more, then let's see what we can do. I might have to increase the price.
Yeah.
But
so we'll just
maybe not.
Cool. All right. I'll get that done and boom. All right. That's pretty much all I have. I'll let other people, I'm sure they got questions. But yeah, thanks again, bro. I appreciate it.
Coach, man. Get it going.
You're a gangster.
Yeah. Appreciate it, bro. Keep it up. Yeah, that's why it's important to have a probate attorney and a closing, basically a closing attorney or a title company that's locked up with a probate attorney. They'll actually help you out the most with it. Let's see here. Jason. Yo,
can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. What's up?
Hey, Zach, how are you doing?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So I just wanted to say a few months ago we spoke. You told me my goal was to go out and get, I think, 100 driving for dollars or reverse driving for dollars, 100 for sale by owners on Zillow, and 100 of something else. I didn't get that far because I followed that and actually got my first deal locked up way long ago for like $8,000. But it's been a few months. I'm still on the grind every day, and now I do have one under contract. The only thing is, I don't have a very I think a good enough window for my buyers. Maybe it's a 2-week closing, and it's a little bit over 400,000. So I just wanted to ask, in a case like this where you feel like you may need some more time, with your agreement with the seller, how do you approach that? Especially when I didn't promise her I could buy it, but obviously I found her, I got proof of funds, and I sent it over to her. So now I feel like I really don't want to hurt her in this case because I'm struggling to find a buyer. But the good thing is the property has at least 200,000 worth of equity, and I'm showing that to everyone else that I'm sending it to. So what would you do in this situation, or what would you suggest I do in this situation?
I just extend the closing. Pretty simple. I'd probably extend it 30 days.
Okay, and I've never done that before because this is only my second contract. Would I suggest that? And what would I say to her? Like, hey, listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the first thing you have to understand here is that, number one, you got to say it with confidence. If you don't say it with confidence, you're not going to get it. So there's a difference with, hey, Miss Seller, is it okay if we extend the closing? Versus, hey, Mr. Seller, we're going to extend the closing 30 days. What's more likely that they say, okay, what's more like, we are going to do this? People respect authority and people are okay with that. And I'm telling you that will give you the best results. Hey, Michelle, unfortunately, because of my partner, he had a personal issue. We're going to have to extend this closing 30 days. And some of our crew for working on the property, which is probably right because you got to wait for the other buyer. Pretty much it. And then you send them an extending. Basically, we agree to close the property from this date to this date. Pretty much. Pretty simple.
Okay, but and she does have the authority to say no, right? Like, just be like, no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, she could.
Okay, she could. All right.
When did you lock up this deal?
I locked it up on the 24th, but we had some issues with DocuSign. So it was literally everything was actually completed on the 24th, but I was able to get a real TREC contract yesterday, and she signed it back and sent it to me, and I have it.
Why is your closing so short?
Honestly, I thought because in the past, it's really stupid. I thought that was going to give me an edge to get it locked up, only because again, I realized the equity, and I thought other cash buyers would notice this equity and try to jump on it. But yeah, and that's obviously just like you've said in the past. And I'll take this, the same thing. It's with cash buyers is never put your head in the seller's minds, and I did that with cash buyers, and it's biting me in the butt.
Yeah. Here's the good part, Jason. I've told everybody to do 30 to 45 days. On or before, put 30 to 45 days so you don't get put in the situation. Jason, I'm saying this nicely. You saw the information and you said, screw it. I know more than Zach. And then you did the 14-day. And guess what happens? Now you're coming back to me and saying, Zach, I didn't do what you said, and now I have a problem. How do I fix this?
Yeah.
So how do I fix this? Don't do that stupid stuff anymore. Do what I say. Number one, and I'm saying this because there's a lot of people listening to this, okay? Number two, now I tell you not to jump off a cliff and break your leg, and now you broke your leg, and you're like, Zach, what do I do? I got to help you, all right? Sign the extension for 30 days, and just say, hey, 2 weeks was not enough time for me and my partner to go through the house and look at it. Just sign the extension. That's pretty much it. I mean, you psyched yourself out, dude.
I did.
And you're not a mind reader, and you try to read somebody's mind. So you just don't do that anymore. 30 to 45 days, it will not give you the edge. I mean, dude, how does the edge feel right now? The edge doesn't feel good.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm actually holding on to the ledge, and that's why I'm here, just saying, hey, Zach, can you grab me by the arm? Yeah. So
yeah, get away from the ledge. All right, like sign the extension, and never do that again. That's all you can really do.
Okay.
I wish there's something special thing I could say, but like that's the truth.
No, and actually that actually helped a lot. I just with how contracts work, it's it's free to do business that way. I'm just go in and be confident and just request that, and I think we could do it because I've been trying to build some rapport with her. And hopefully it's come to the point where she could say, you know what, I like this guy, let's go ahead and do it.
See, now you're thinking you do back to the same problem.
Right.
In her shoes. Don't think in her shoes, think in your own shoes. Hey, we need to extend this property.
Okay.
So go with me and say what you're going to say.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to call her. Hey, Mrs. Seller. Appreciate you picking up my call.
Hey, Jason, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
That's good to hear. I just wanted to just call in and check, and had some things change here. I'm trying to coordinate with my partner, but it seems like we're going to need some more time, at least 30 days. So I just wanted to go ahead and send you this extension contract so we can get things moving and have everyone on the same page.
It's pretty good. Practice it 3 or 4 more times, you'll sound a lot more polished. But that's pretty good for the first time. I would probably write down what you got to say just between you and me. That would probably give you the best edge, since we're talking about edges today. And like what you said, just polish it a little more with less ums. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Trust me, that's the right thing to do.
Okay. And
We're
my
still ready to close, but you just explain that.
Okay. Wait, can you repeat what you just said? Because I spoke over you just then.
Yeah. We're still ready to close on this property, but we're just gonna have to extend it because of my partner.
Okay. That sounds fair. Okay. And my final question, I know everyone else is here waiting. Today when my girlfriend gets home, I'm gonna go ahead and do some driving for dollars.
No, you're gonna call the seller first, and then you're gonna drive for dollars.
Yeah, no, yeah. She comes home in a few hours. So yes, for sure we'll call her and then do the reverse driving for dollars. Is there a time period where it's best to reach out to foreclosures? I really would look on Zillow, but I feel like I just can't call.
Go after pre-foreclosures, not foreclosures.
Pre-foreclosures. Okay.
Pre-foreclosures. There's a whole module for wholesaling.com how to do it.
Okay. Yep. All right. Well, that's it. I'll be on another time. I'll give someone else a chance, and I really appreciate that, man. That really helped actually, like, a
All right,
lot.
Camille's got a good comment. He said, blame it on the holidays. That's a good one too.
Okay.
Ain't a bad
Awesome.
one.
Awesome.
So yeah, just explain that. I think you'll be. You are. I want you. I want to say this from the bottom of my heart, with all the love of my soul. You're just overcomplicating it, and just stop doing that. All right. Like this is not like something bad. But like, dude, you are just overthinking this.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not that deep, bro. All right.
Yeah. No. It makes
Have
sense.
authority. Do it. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's talk about a scenario real quick. What if she says no? I have to do it in 2 weeks. And what are you gonna do? This is very unlikely, but we got to know what to do, right? We got to see that. We got to know every which way of a situation. That's how a warrior does it. Right? That's how a fighter. They know every which scenario. So I'll tell you what to say. Okay. If they say no, it has to be within 2 weeks. Say, hey, Mr. Seller, I'm sorry, but we didn't really even sign this contract, the TRAC contract, until a couple of days ago. And because of the holidays and everything, it's just going to be a little more difficult for us to do. We didn't really account for our crew and our team to be off these many days. And it was a communication problem. I'm very sorry, Mr. Seller, but we have to be at this date.
Okay. Okay. I think you'd be pleased to hear this, because it goes in conjunction with what you just said. But prior to signing it, there was some sort of things we had to iron out. And I did say, hey, this may be a little late because of the holidays and so forth. So hopefully that all comes together.
Yeah, like that. Hey, remember, Mr. Seller, when I said about the holidays, we're having a little issue with this, but we're still going to close on it. It's going to be probably around blank date. You're good to go.
Okay. But
You know what to do, man.
Yeah, and I love what you said. We're still ready to close. That really exudes some confidence. So that makes a lot of sense.
All right, man. Have authority, confidence, and you should be good. Write it down. That's probably the best thing you can do.
Yeah, no, actually, I just finished writing it down. Yep.
All right, and then now go out here and actually get the extension already set out so you can send it as quick as you can.
Okay.
Actually, are you doing this in person?
No, I'm here in Florida, West Palm, and it's in Dallas. So, no.
So I would send over the agreement while you're calling. Get it signed ASAP.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Keep it up, man.
Yep. Thank you very much, Zach.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Likewise.
Boom. Awesome. Like to see it. Next year we got Lisa.
Hi. I didn't think I'd be able to hold on here.
Oh, you're on. What is up? How can I help you out today?
Okay. I wanted to know, I think the gentleman, like 2 callers before, how was he able to find, I guess, the family members? I have one person. They're both elderly and they haven't been in the house. I did talk to the neighbors. They don't know where they are. They don't know the extended family members. The houses one has been vacant for over a year, and the other one has been vacant since the beginning. A year and a half, and the one has been vacant since February.
Is this a probate?
No, driving for dollars.
And so, well, you can't find the owner of it. Is that your issue?
Yes, I can't find the owner.
Okay. Who is on the deed?
The owners are, and I looked it up, and on True People Search, I've reached out to that, and so I haven't gotten a response.
Have you tried to DM them on Facebook?
Yeah, they're like 91 and 85. So
Are they on Facebook?
No, I didn't. I couldn't find. How are you guys finding them on Facebook? Because I enter people's names and it's not coming up in the city. So that's another question that I had.
Okay, it's probably a common name. So did they pop up on TruePeopleSearch.com?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a mailing address that's different than the property address?
No, I wish it was. I would be ecstatic.
Did you put a sticky note on the property?
Yes, I have. I put 2 on each property. Yeah, the other one, I had a third one, and someone just bought it last month, and I was having a fit. So how are they finding these people, and I can't find them?
Probably from just skip tracing. What I could tell you next is, have you talked to the neighbors at all?
Yes, I did. They don't know of the children.
Dang,
They
They're
know
really
that
going
they're
hard
not
on this.
there. I knocked on the neighbor's door, and it's a little scary for the
Process.
neighbors and myself in the city because so much is happening. I am African American. These are in predominantly white areas, so they don't really want to come to the door. And I'll leave a note on the neighbor's door, and they will call me and things like that. And I understand because so much is happening. A stranger walk up to your door. I get it.
I get that too. I mean, not completely, but I mean, what I could tell you here next is your best bet's going to go to True People Search and find the son or daughter, and then DM them on Facebook or cold call them.
Okay.
Your best way. And so, like, if it's, let's say it's, I don't know, Marjorie Smith is the owner, right? Or like whatever old person name. I don't know. If it's, some old person's name, or like Eustace, that's a nice old person's name, Eustace Smith. And you see that, like, Edward Smith is the son, just call him up. And this is what you're going to do. Ask Edward Smith if he's the owner of that property. Okay. He's going to say, well, no, that's my dad's house. Oh, I'm trying to reach out to the owner because me and my partner looking to buy that property in the area. Is he looking to sell it by chance? Well, possibly. He doesn't live in it anymore. Just call the son or daughter and then call them from there.
Okay, because one of them may have children, but the other one, they passed away, the second one that I have. And so they didn't have any children. So you just, they didn't have any kids.
They both passed away?
Yes, the husband passed away in 2011, and this person passed away in 2019. And the house was empty.
So you're telling me that both owners passed away?
Yes.
I thought you said one of them was alive.
No, that it's two different properties. One of them, I believe they're still alive, but the other one, I looked up the obituary for some reason, and that person passed away in 2019.
Talk to the son.
The
no
person
kid.
passed away. They don't have any children.
Oh, it didn't say that in the obituary? It usually says survived by.
You're right, correct. They didn't know, and so that's why I said that. And so, how do you, I don't know who to contact. Like,
you're gonna have to look them up, True People Search, and go through the relatives and call all of them. Unfortunately,
and just ask them because the taxes are being paid.
Yes,
it's
probably relatives owning them.
It's just going to waste, and no one has been there since 2019, 2020.
Someone's taking care of the property, Lisa, and so the sticky note's the best way to do it. Okay. So number 2, we're gonna go to all the relatives and cold call all of them. You're gonna figure out who's paying for it. Someone is.
Okay.
And then go on the other property too. That's going to be your best bet.
Okay.
Cold call them and DM all the relatives on Facebook too. Go find at least one.
Okay. So on Facebook, you just put in their name and their location because I hadn't had. Okay, I'll try that, and I'm not going to hold.
Location can be off. Sometimes son or daughter might live out of state.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Keep it up. Keep it up, Lisa. All right, next we got 21. All right, bye. Let's see if Carlos wants to talk. Hello. Oh, thanks. Yo,
what's up? Sorry, give me 1 second.
there we go.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, my bad. Okay, so I watched your video yesterday on SMS blasting, and I know you said pre-foreclosures is good to do. So for pre-foreclosures and probates, I'm assuming you have to do skip tracing for all those manually, right? Because there's no way to like get an Excel list of all those. Because what I use is I use the county open records, and typically they don't have like an export option for an Excel document.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's all got to be manual, right?
So for pre-foreclosures?
Yeah, because I know they're okay. I mean, yeah, that's no biggie. I know they're much better to SMS, so that's fine. I'm working on some tax delinquencies and a bunch of other stuff, so I got some good stuff in the pipeline. All right, appreciate it, man.
Keep it up.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Boom. Yo. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. I do have a question for you.
Awesome.
And this is probably something I should know. Do you have like so I use RE Simply and RE Rocket as my CRMs.
Okay.
Do you have a good recommendation or a video or something I can watch how to set up a good drip campaign? Follow up?
specifically for
RE
those
simply.
CRMs, no. I still only use Podio. I have some automated stuff on Podio, but dude, I'm very bare bones with it because our acquisitions people, I forced them to manually go in it every single day. We have reminders we have on Podio, so you're good there. So my Podio for my acquisitions people, it'll say who to follow up with today.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, if call somebody, hey, call me back in 3 months, 1.5 months, I'll contact them and we have the exact date. And then every day, our acquisitions people probably have 10 to 15 follow ups to do in the day, 5 days a week. And so, I just have to look at it.
The last 3 people that called me today were people I spoke with in April and May, and RE Rocket, they I paid through a company, and they automatically have drip campaigns every day. They'll send a text blast to all these people.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's okay. I don't like that. I'd rather my team, my drip campaigns are reminding my team to go follow up and call the person.
gotcha. Yeah,
A
I'm a
call
one-man show.
will beat my competition who does the they do the automatic text email thing. It's not as personal as just a phone call. Hey, this is Zach just calling up, checking in. That will beat any text or email all day. And you can't automate that, unfortunately. You just have a little reminder, the phone number, click, click, click. And here's the thing. That reminder, if it doesn't click that it's got done, it will be on the past too. And guess who sees that in the morning meeting? And guess who's going to grill the person for not doing it?
Yeah. I got a
The best
time
part
block.
is with multiple acquisitions agents, if somebody does it past due, I give it to the other acquisitions agent, and then boom, first person lost on that deal. I give the lead to the other guy then.
I definitely got a time block in my schedule to start following up.
Well, dude, it's only 10 to 15 because think about it. If you do 15 times 5, that's what, 60, right? 75. I mean, that's 75 follow-ups a week. That's pretty easy to track. And that's 15 a day. I literally can just look on the Podio in the mornings and just be like, all right, he's got to follow up with this many people. He's got to follow up with these many people. And then they all have to click it that it got followed up. And then they have to manually put in when they got to follow up with the person because maybe it's someone they call back in a week. Maybe it's somebody called in 15 days, right? It's all very manual. And so like the automated CRMs are great, dude. I got people I've gotten free like $5,000 CRMs. Like the in-person personal experience for me, because we do a lot of in-person, it's still the best. And remember, we're doing $40,000, $50,000 deals. I have to have the edge on everyone. So that's kind of how I'm a little different.
I'm a one-man show, so it's a little different.
Oh yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? I have like 900 leads in both of my CRMs, so I got to do like at least 20 a day just to call. But
yeah, I get it, man. The solo stuff, I know. Trust me.
All right, brother, man. I appreciate it.
All right, keep it up, bro.
Yep.
Boom. Awesome. Love to see it. All right, so are you back on?
Yeah, hello?
There we go. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. I just had a question for you about the ARVs. So like once we divide each property by a square foot and then you multiply it by 70, do you divide it by 3? Do you divide all the additions of do you divide all the numbers like by 3 separately, or like
What do you
for
do
example,
by 70? What's 70?
I mean, not by 70. I know you multiply the ARV times 70%.
For what?
But I'm saying, say for example, all the houses that your comparables are sold for 100,000. So I know you divide the 100,000 by how much the square feet is, and then you do that for each of the 3 most top. Hold on, I'm getting tongue tied. I'm trying to overcomplicate it. Hold on,
bro. Hold up. Let me ask you. I've never said to multiply anything by 70 unless if the ARV is under 120, you can do 70. Are your ARVs under 120?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So, all right, that's fine. I'm just trying to see where you got the 70 from. Dude, you're overcomplicating this, man. Find at least 3 or 4 comparables and then get the price per square foot and then just average it out. That's how you find ARV.
Okay, because I had a friend who's in the wholesaling business telling me like you multiply it by 70, and I was like, huh?
Dude, you can overcomplicate everything, dude. At the end of the day, you're getting it locked up for the lowest price you possibly can. You're gonna lowball them. So like you spending hours trying to figure out the perfect calculation is just stupid. All right. Like your cash buyer is going to do their own calculation. And it's going to completely negate yours. So what's the point? I find
that makes sense.
4 or 5 like, dude, all right, let's use an example. All right. You have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. It's 1,000 square feet. Find the last 5 properties that were 2-bedroom, 1-bath that sold nearby. Okay. This one's 1,200 square feet. You know, I do price per square foot, right?
Right.
Yeah. Just figure it out. It's roughly maybe 100, 125 for an ARV and then go from there. Like it just, dude, I literally spend less than 5 to 10 minutes on like a ARV MAO calculation because it doesn't matter. I care more about the person and getting the best deal.
Right, because your cash buyer or seller, I mean, your buyer's going to do their own numbers anyway. So,
dude, they're going to look at you like I have wholesalers that say, but my calculation said you're not buying the house. I'm buying the house. I'm the cash buyer. My calculation matters more than yours. Dude, it's so simple, dude. It's like, it's like flipping garage sale items. Like it's the simplest. Hey, I buy this for $5. I sell it for $7. Do I care how much? No, I'm just going to, hey, do you want to buy this can of Coke for $7? No. Okay. I'll bring the next guy. Yes. I'll buy it for that. That's how it works. Once you start overcomplicating it, like you're this crazy hedge fund mathematician guy, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Thank you.
Of course, man. I do. 99% of what I do to help people out is I just de-gurufy what everyone says because they give you this complicated info and just make it simple because it is simple.
Yeah, then like I'm new to the whole wholesaling thing and like I'm like a lot of this gonna make me look stupid. Like I got friends telling me this and friends telling me that, and then I'm like, it's just too much for my brain. Like y'all trying to overcomplicate it, but when I watch your videos, I understand what you're saying.
No, because like you're not stupid, dude. It's just like the problem is just when you overcomplicate it, you make less money. And you waste your time on stupid stuff. Like your time should be best spent figuring out, hey, does this person actually want to sell the house or not? And it seems you have a lot of experience on earth talking to sellers and just people in general that you can figure out pretty much if they want to sell it or not.
Okay, yeah, because I was definitely like thinking about completing 2 deals in my hometown and then like going virtual.
I mean, do whatever you want, man. What town are you in?
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed to know though, because yeah.
What market are you in?
Wayne County market, Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, I would just stick in that market. I wouldn't go anywhere. Let's stick in there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good to go, man. And the cool part about Wayne County is there's so many comparables. Like there's so many properties being sold that it's actually really easy to do.
Yeah, because I was on PropStream and I had noticed that like it don't matter what area you're in, it's always a bunch of comparables.
And there's so many cash buyers, dude. So it's like, and here's the problem, man. Like sometimes I'll think the deal, Wayne County, I'm still learning, man. Like I've been in it for a while. I'm still learning. Sometimes I think a deal will sell for 47 and all the cash buyers at 35. And then sometimes I think it's going to sell for 37. They're all at 55. So like, I don't know either. Like I kind of just lock it up for the best I can.
Yeah, because I know like you can't really, you're like without you being a rocket scientist, you're not going to get an exact number on what you should end up selling a house for. Just lowball as much as you can to get the best offer.
Bro, Wayne County, you got Livonia, you got Detroit. Like they're so diverse on the type of properties nearby. It's so every neighborhood's basically different, man. Like, you know that. So it's like, it's so complicated trying to figuring it out that like, just lock it up for the lowest you can and try to sell it for the highest.
Right. It's really that simple too.
Dude, it is.
Oh yeah. I remember I had joined the group, the Facebook group. I didn't type anything in there yet, but it says something like an admin has banned me from making posts or commenting until like the 24th, and I didn't try to post nothing in there yet. Like I've tried to post on one thing, but it was a pending post that never got approved by admin.
All right, we'll figure it out. Just DM me and I'll look at it.
Okay.
All right. Keep it up, bro. Let me know if you got any other questions.
All right, no problem.
All right, keep it up. Boom. That's it, guys. So if you want to get into wholesale and real estate, and really start selling your deals, just go to freewholesaling.com below and we'll show you exactly how to sell your deals for the best profits possible and you get the best money for your deal. But I can tell you guys straight up in wholesaling real estate, do not complicate it. Go to freewholesaling.com, learn how to wholesale real estate the right way. I'll be going live with Rick tomorrow. You'll know by 6 a.m., hopefully tomorrow, what time. It should be probably 6, 7, or 8 o'clock, maybe 9, but we'll figure it out. We'll be live tomorrow evening. You'll know by tomorrow morning what time. And worst case scenario, you can always just watch the replay. It'll be fine. So guys, go to freewholesaling.com. That's where I'll show you exactly how to do wholesaling real estate A to Z. And I'll see you guys soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.